Hello and good evening. It's 7:30 over here p.m. Long day, I can tell you. It's so strange that it's the other way around. And I've been in Zoom all day, and that's the other way. Bear with me, please. Welcome to 108 Days with me, Sara. I'm here to remove all imprints of the past. I don't want any karmic stuff to interfere with what I'm doing. I don't want any social, cultural. It's not that I don't like who I am. I just don't like what I'm not. If you haven't watched my behind the scenes podcast episode from yesterday, where I talk about from today, when I talk about the alchemy process, but also last week when I speak about the social construct. I want to be fully human and fully divine. So today we ground a little bit. We calm down. After fire, we want to be like water. So today we're not gonna go big. We're not gonna go grand. We're gonna go water. So let's just close down the eyes, connect with the body, connect with the breath, connect with this moment, and then visualize water pouring down the spine. And it's almost like you're playing with water. So you close down the eyes, tune into your spinal flow, and add the sensation and the element of water. Maybe you play with large movements. Remember to connect the root lock. You can look at the root as the root. And make sure that's connected. And then let the rest of the body play in the water. See what happens. If it's easy, like me, to just play and just throw yourself around. Or maybe you feel super uncomfortable and like, I can't believe I'm sitting here looking like this and my body is stiff and I feel weird. That's okay. That's what I did too. Don't let that stop you. Then you just tune into the type of movement that your body actually wants to do. And that could be, using your arms as pendulums. The arms can also play in the water. So just see what does your body want to do? Doesn't matter. All you need to do is move. And the waves are like crashing against the rocks. Just pretend. And that's part of the healthy parts of the child. It's not the wounded children that we want to bring back. It's the imaginative and the visions and the playfulness and the losing yourself in, time, just playing, just being. So I'm giving you an opportunity to see what that feels like. And that might feel strange, and that's okay. The water doesn't have a structure. in its movements. It doesn't report what it's going to do. It doesn't explain what it's going to do. It doesn't question what it's going to do. It just flows, and it gets wet, and it, ruins it for people, ruins people's dresses. And it's just feeling silly. The point is that we are ourselves, and it doesn't matter what anyone else thinks. So you can sit there and be like water, and that's none of anyone's business. So if you can be water and that's not anyone's business, then you can be anything and that's not anyone else's business. That's the personal power we're talking about. Okay, enough with the nonsense. Okay, cross-legged. Just gentle, flowy water breathing pulse of breath of life. So what would water pulse of breath of life? So now apparently I have some imaginative, like very relaxed and flowy water. But that's how my spine wants to. So we just calm everything down. Where the fire wants to be everywhere, the water just comes and calms it down. Just imagine the water is getting still. Place your hands on your belly. And imagine you have water. It's like a bowl of water in your pelvic floor. And you do circular movements. Just stirring the water. It's like stirring the pot. Hands on the belly. And then you go, and like if you're going one direction with the body, you go the other direction with the hand. So it feels like you're going separate directions. And then you add on the breathing. Big breaths into the belly. So somehow I managed to synchronize my strokes. So then I will change the direction of the belly, but I won't change the direction of the body. So now I changed. So now it feels like it did in the beginning, but then somehow they align. If I don't pay attention, they align. So if we don't pay attention, the body aligns. Maybe there's a storm brewing. Water is faster, stronger. Or maybe it's slow. I feel I have a pressure in the belly that wants to move but doesn't move. Okay, other direction. So now I had aligned my strokes again. So now I gotta, so there, I change it. Root lock. Oh. I have to keep my awareness, otherwise I'm losing myself. Otherwise I align. It's interesting. So root lock, breath, expansion, contraction in the belly, and spirals. You're like, this feels like fire. No, it's water. It's just very strong. Water can be very, the ocean is not to joke around with. The water is not always flowy. Okay. Fingertips together. And say hello to the spine properly. Root lock. So now we come back to something that the body knows and see how that feels when it feels a bit structured again. So we're going between states, between experiences. We're focusing on the body, alchemizing, moving energy, paying attention. And relax. Feel the energy buzzing. Rub your hands together. Just place your hands over the eyes. Rest your arms on your chest. Slight pressure from your hands, so you adjust your pressure with how much you lean in. Breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth, relax and allow tension to release. Breathe in through the nose and make a loud sound. Release energy. When I started this, I thought it sounded so ridiculous to do these loud exhalations. I felt that was overacting, overdoing it. Then I learned it's actually super grounding. So you breathe in, and then you make a loud exhale, and you allow the energy to sink. And then you kind of collapse physically and allow the energy to flow down to the root lock, which is connected. So it's like through the root lock, you kind of send the energy down. So you can breathe in, expand, open up, and then breathe in, elbows to the sky, and so this is a completely other type of expansion and contraction. But it's a relaxing contraction, completely different. Move the hands to the ears. Chin to chest. Stable grip along the ears. Twist them. Breathe and twist. Twist the spine. Opening up the fascia in the neck, in the jaw, in the throat, in the spine. Very powerful. In the head. Follow the body. Let go, relax. Gentle breaths through the nose. Root lock. Allow the energy to just relax. Relax the upper body. Relax the pelvic floor. And just allow everything to be completely still. Eyes open or closed, whatever you choose. Gentle breaths in the belly. Observe the belly. Relax the belly. From here, grab your notebook. What is asking for water is. Contemplate, speak out loud, or write. What's asking for water is. Look now I remember what side it is. To finalize the sentence, another round of breathing. Keep your attention in the belly. Keep your root lock. Attention in the belly. Three more breaths. Close down the eyes, chin to chest, hands on your knees. Breathe into the belly fully. Breathe out. Breathe in halfway in the belly. And pump. And relax. circles. Oh. Moving the energy in the belly. Place your hands. You can move however you want to, instead of like leaning into the hands, using the hands to massage, accessing. Maybe you go deeper, self-massage, exploring the belly. How does it feel? How does it respond? Any emotions, any sensations. So I'm starting to get a little bit of heat moving. Something's definitely moving. And from here you can just go into just intuitive spinal flow as we're closing the session. Oh, it's almost releasing. It's super annoying. Oh. It's going to come when I turn it off. Moving a little bit. And as we're closing, today I recorded an episode about not fire, but getting fired. I include my own personal experience about how I use challenges and they become my greatest gifts. So I give a couple of examples of that. So it's called The Alchemy Process Explained. So that's live on YouTube. I'm hosting a receiving workshop, and this is going to be, I mean, everyone I work with is like, they need that workshop. We need to create a proper bridge about the concept of receiving and what that actually means in the everyday life, because that's just not operating in people. It's like a software that is just not operating properly. So there's a constant output, which creates a huge imbalance. So on July 17th, that's next Friday, I think. Then I will host a live workshop. So it's an interactive workshop. I saw a notification that was very interesting. That's why I forgot to turn it off. That's why I got lost. So you saw, I was like, ding. Sorry about that. Oh, here we go. Blackout. If you were with me in the 108 days, the first one, then that's common. So the receiving workshop. It's 2.5 hours. It's interactive. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be a very nice way to learn, because we have to move away from, that we're doing things wrong. We need to look at ourselves and take accountability for everything. And that's, heavy enough. But we just start to look at things in a way that is very like non-judgmental, and just look at, okay, what does it look like practically to start receiving things in the world? And why is that important? Because it's about the now frequency. We can never change something that is in the future. We start to change here. So that's why in that workshop, we will change there. So 2.5 hours, Friday, July 17th, 11:30 a.m. Bangkok time. It's $33 unless you're a member of the Wellspring. And the Wellspring is our membership that includes a self-paced magic library of a lot of these sessions, but longer. We're moving through 12 topics. That is just absolutely life transforming. And then we're also building a lifestyle portfolio for this year. So the new year starts in July in the Wellspring. So now we're building the lifestyle. So that's my first workshop. So it's $33 and included in the Wellspring membership. So join me. You find the link to the sign up. It's in my link tree. Okay, I gotta go. I feel scattered, and I feel like I'm projecting that scatteredness on you because I was like, and that's not how we want to close it. So now we be like water. So we can just return to this state. So we go between states. So we find ourselves, oh, I got a bit ungrounded. I've started to lose my things. There's no shame in that. There's no blame in that. It's no, oh, now I gotta hang up. No, then we bring it back, bring in the love, compassion, abundance, and we just come back. That's the beauty of the water. The fire kind of makes us like that, and then the water calms us down. But we will have fire. Life is, all the things. So we have to get caught in the fire because the fire is fun to play with too. But only if you have the water available. So this is the going between states. And I'm showcasing that I'm not perfect and I'm keep working on this. And this is how we go. We do it together and then it's more fun. Have a good day. I'll see you tomorrow.